What's coming next is going to be difficult. For all of us. But we're going to get through it together. I promise.
I just wanna get it right. And I know that I won't have to.
This time, I'm not going anywhere.
I've seen nosebleeds like that before. So you can run, or you can follow me and get some answers.
I waited 2 weeks for this day, and it is finally time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and it is finally time we discuss the future of the Life is Strange franchise. It has now been 2 weeks since the release of Life is Strange Double Exposure, and I want to say that this video is going to contain spoilers. So in today's video, guys, this will be my first of a lot of videos discussing Life is Strange 5. Now, I'm gonna call it Life is Strange Double Exposure 2, the sequel to this game, because, spoiler warning, and again, this video, I want to preface this video by saying there are going to be plenty of spoilers discussed in this. There's going to be another Life is Strange game. Now, whether I want it or not, that's the question, and, my review of this game, that will be in due time. But we're here to discuss the future of the franchise. And this is the first time I could say in covering Life is Strange in my history of my channel where we definitively know for certain there will be a new Life is Strange game. Because after True Colors, there was no after credit, there was no hinting. It was, kind of just left up for interpretation and assumption that yes, and we had leaks prior up to the release of Double Exposure that, yeah, there was going to be another Life is Strange game potentially with Max. So I'm going to be discussing the ending of the game and what it hints with the future of Life is Strange, but the devs and Deck 9 have also discussed what's in store for this. So if you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe for more videos covering Life is Strange and the future of the franchise. You're about to near 35% of people are subscribed by hitting the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, have it set to all, join over the 100,000 people that have all notifications on for the channel. And if we can go for 2,000 likes on this video, this is the future of the franchise. Hope you guys enjoy. Life is Strange Double Exposure, I don't think it's a bold take to say is a divisive game. It has got a lot of mixed receptions. Like, for me, first 3 chapters, phenomenal. 9, 9.5 out of 10. Final 2, game kind of falls apart a bit. I'd maybe give them a 7 or an 8. Like, chapter 4 is generally, first 75% of the episode, love it. Absolutely no issues with it. And then how it ends and how short it is, it falls apart. Chapter 5, like I said, short, but better in my opinion, but still not anywhere near the first 3 chapters. So you see the issue that, along with that, how they did Chloe Price, and like I said, we'll discuss all this in another video, but it's a divisive game. So you've already got a portion of the fan base that doesn't want Deck 9 to be doing this, or to be making another game, or any of that. And there's people like me that are kind of like on the fence. They're like, okay, hey, you know what? I actually like this game. There's a lot of good in it. There is notably some bad stuff. But overall, I do trust Deck 9. It's just they have a lot of improvements they need to make with their games. And again, these are stuff... Some of the major complaints I had about this game are some of the things I talked about after True Colors. They have not learned their lesson, especially with choices, how to improve their game. So, the ending. Flat and simple, it seems like we are getting our Avengers meetup crossover. So Safi is a shapeshifter. That you played the game, you know this, and she is now very curious about the origins of how these powers come about. So we do find out again. I don't know if this is the best idea how they did this, but they introduce at the end in the after credits scene, they introduce Diamond as a character with superpowers. Now, we don't have any idea what her superpowers are. Maybe somebody in the game noticed something with that. Let me know in the comments if you did. But we know she starts nosebleeding. So now it seems like Again, Dime was just a minor character in this game. Now we're setting her up to be some more major character in a potential sequel. Max is staying in Caledon. Max is returning. So you put all this together, Max Caulfield being back, I don't think anyone here is going to complain about that. I will not. It's just the problem is you don't want to milk her too much, right? But it seems like they're going like the Walking Dead Telltale route with how they did Clementine. Like, they're keeping one character, the premise, the main thing. Like, pretty much they're doing that. Life is Strange is done as an anthology, y'all. It is over. Like, it seems like Deck 9 and Square Enix have made their decision on that. They're done with the whole anthology format, and they're sticking with Max as that playable character, because I do believe, regardless if she's returning or not, like they said that, I mean, that does to me entail that, yes, she's not just returning, but she's going to be the playable character. And they've set up this Max versus Safi kind of conflict. I always thought, like, in the beginning when I was playing through this entire game, I'm like, wait, is Safi a villain? It seems like they kind of driven up Safi as a villain, because Safi wants Max to leave with her, leave Caledon and all that, but Max has now made it very clear, regardless of words, that Max wants to stay at Caledon. Of course, none of the choices throughout the game really matter, and the whole murder mystery thing, I kind of feel, was shoved to the side and kind of just left as is, just to set up. To me, this game felt like a setup. It felt like a setup to a sequel, which I don't like, because it kind of just killed the whole murder mystery vibe when you kind of knew that this was what they were kind of trying to set up. And it makes sense. And listen, I'm not against the whole Avengers meetup, eventually bring Alex Chen in, Daniel Diaz, other new characters with powers. It seems like Safi is doing a Magneto or an Avengers initiative where she is trying to get a bunch of superhero characters and return with them. I don't know for what purpose. Again, I just never really thought, like I said, I thought Safi seemed villainous a bit, but like, what are her true intentions? Like, that's really where I got confused. I'm like, what is she gonna do when she comes back? Let me know what you think about the whole Avengers meetup, because that's literally what we're set up. We're bringing Max back, we're bringing Safi back, all the characters. Like, nobody really dies in this game other than Alderman, and that's one of the things that really pisses me off when I talk about my review of this game. That is the thing I hope they answer in the sequel. What the heck happened to Alderman? He was one of my favorite characters, and bro just fucking vanished. He dipped, disappeared from existence. I'd just like if they bring him back, I know, but we'll see. So let's go into what the developers had to say. Final moments of Life is Strange Double Exposure make it pretty clear that Deck 9 wants to continue its adventures with Max into other projects, even as the studio outlines a branching path which could one day allow us to follow Safi on a different adventure. The studio won't be drawn on what comes next, but Daughter is keen to emphasize that everything from the way Chloe and Arcadia Bay were handled to the revelation of more powered beings converging at Caledon University was built purposely and deliberately. No matter what anyone thinks about certain creative calls that were made for Double Exposure, I think it's important that people understand that they all were made with intent. We thought long and hard about every one of them and have done our best to basically plant seeds. The ending is just to say that we have a future plan. There's not a whole lot more I can say other than that. This is all heading somewhere, should folks want more after Double Exposure. Now, there is a possibility in the newest Life is Strange game that, yeah, maybe they could make Safi the playable character. Because again, just on the premise saying Max will return doesn't confirm that Max could be the playable character, even though I, and probably everyone else here, agree they would be foolish just to make another mainline Life is Strange title and not have Max back when you literally put Max Caulfield return. They did this with Clementine. Again, when Walking Dead: A New Frontier ended, they had the Clementine will return. And they did have Clementine return in the final season where she took the playable character role again. I believe the same thing is happening here, where Max will continue the playable character role in the Life is Strange Double Exposure 2, which I think they're likely going to probably call this game. But they also now, with other super powered characters, they have set up a potential now where they could do spin-off games and other stuff. And I think I like Safi enough where I'd be interested to maybe explore whether that be a DLC or a mini game where we could play as her, maybe even a full one. But I think it's safe to say Deck 9 and Square Enix have their eyes and their minds set on Max and her story and her future, and Caledon is going to be a big part of the sequel as well, considering Max this time, instead of leaving Arcadia Bay, is staying. And they hinted at the end that, yeah, maybe Max could see Chloe again or Arcadia Bay again or go back. You know, it's obviously definitely a question of interest. Now, this game will likely be 2 to 3 years in the future. Probably going to be 2027 in my personal opinion. I think they're going to take another 3 years, get everything out. Now, will this game ever get DLC? That's a big question. I just don't really see it after the little cat content thing. Like, and trust me, I have a lot to say on this game when the time comes, like in a review. But overall, I'm still pleased with the game. I just really wish there's some things that they really could have made better. Because like I said, if the game was just on the premise of the first 3 frickin' chapters, this would have been one of my favorites in the franchise by far. But it kind of went at the end, so. 3 takeaways. Max is returning. Safi will come back with super-powered other characters. Diamond has powers as well. And 3, Caledon is going to be the location of this game. We'll probably get in 2027. I just really hope Deck 9, when they make this game, please, Deck 9, like, at least the developer is aware that there's a lot of mixed reactions to this game. I hope they take a lot of the criticisms and critiques of this game and definitely learn. Like I said, don't bait us into thinking Chloe Price was going to be in the game when you never frickin' showed her. You just baited her, threw out there like bait, and continually every time that you thought Max was going to see her or call her or any of that, you just shoved it in the ground. Don't do that crap again. If you're going to do something like that, make sure at least they have some kind of importance or presence in the game. So for now, Life is Strange 5 is confirmed, and we'll probably be a long, long ways away from, you know, maybe there'll be leaks and rumors in the near future, but we're going to be a ways away from it. But just know it is confirmed. It is happening. I just don't know in what shape or form. Deck 9 definitely needs to look at the fan reception and definitely dictate how they'll go forward with this sequel to this game. It is safe to say, though, Max will be returning and there will be more story to tell. I just hope Deck 9 and Square Enix, really, like I said, I can't reiterate this enough, learn your lesson from this game. There's a lot of good, but there is bad. You need to definitely make sure it's not just a 2-3 episode banger. Like, you need to have it to be a complete 1 to 5 banger. Alright, y'all, that is going to do it for the video. If you guys did enjoy this, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe. If you have not already, I'll be having more videos on this game to discuss, and we'll have plenty of videos on Life is Strange 5 in the near future. So, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Maybe we'll be discussing the powers and stuff, all that soon enough. Bye-bye!